Good evening, viewer. Welcome to our Glory Globe TV. Here's the breaking news. Yes, despite China's unparalleled military superiority and less threats to the island nation of Taiwan, it seems highly unlikely that the latter will be another Ukraine. And for this, India can be said to be playing a role too. If the United States, India, and to a certain extent Australia are on the same page, and it seems Beijing will not be that bold and daring to cripple its economy by attacking Taipei. Any such attack makes China extremely vulnerable to countermeasures of countries like India and the United States in the Malacca Strait, because it is through this strait that China exports its products to its largest market in Europe and imports the crucial raw materials including energy from the Persian Gulf and Africa. It is estimated that 80% of China's exports pass through Malacca Straits. In other words, China's economic destiny is heavily tied to the strait's stability. The Strait of Malacca across the Indian Ocean links the South China Sea to the Persian Gulf, the Red Sea, Suez Canal and the Mediterranean Sea. The East-West Sea line of communication happens to be China's maritime lifeline. A Chinese strategy paper admits it as much when it says that at present and for a certain period in the future, the main route of China's maritime transport is from the South China Sea into the Indian Ocean and the Red Sea through the Strait of Malacca. And here, China fears that in the event of any invasion of Taiwan, the US along with its Indo-Pacific partners can weaponize this essential checkpoint of Malacca by imposing a blockade, resulting in a disruption of trade, energy, resources and raw materials flows. This would significantly increase China's cost in pursuing any misadventure against Taiwan. It is rightly argued in many quarters that even India may protect its northern frontiers against China's aggressive designs are based with its ability to disrupt the maritime lifeline of China. Thousands of miles away here, India is said to be having mass and home field advantage. India's military already dominates the northeastern Indian Ocean and the western approaches to the Strait of Malacca. Some experts would like there the US should support India's efforts to extend its military posture in the Indian Ocean region, including by upgrading its base infrastructure and military equipment. With upgraded basing in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, archipelago and bases on the Australia's northern coast and Cocos-Culling Island, the three partners would be better able to host reciprocal visits and eventually rotational deployments, argues Arjan Tarapore, a research scholar at Stanford University. It may be noted here that the Strait of Malacca is an 805-kilometer stretch of water that falls between the Malacca Peninsula on the northeast and the Indonesian island of Sumatra on the southwest. It is surrounded by Malaysia, Singapore and India, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Yes, of these, Malaysia can be termed neutral from China's point of view, but Singapore is a US ally and India is a US partner through quadrilateral security dialogue, that's called QUAD. What further compounds China's woes and woes here is that it does not have easy alternatives to Malacca. The nearby Sunda Strait adjoining Indonesia is difficult to navigate due to a strong tidal current and a minimum depth of only 20 meters in parts of its northeastern end. The Lombok Makassar Strait in the region is a longer route which can increase shipping costs. That is why it is said that for now the Malacca Strait route remains irreplaceable for China. Of course, China has tried to establish direct overland routes to the Indian Oceans to deal with what is said to be its Malacca dilemma. This has included tens of billions of dollars in overland infrastructure projects under its so-called Belt Road Initiative, that is called BRI program, connecting inland Chinese cities to ports in Pakistan, Gadar and Myanmar. Unfortunately, these projects with so much promise are far from being fructified. In Pakistan, the project falling under what is called the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, that is called CPEC, has underperformed, embroiled as it has been with instability, lack of security and corruption, planned to be worth 65 billion US dollar. This project has been the investments stalled amidst political and economic issues in Pakistan and over corruption, ballooning debts and fiscal troubles. Behind the report, Globe TV, Delhi, India.